Hello everyone, it's Serpent, and in this video I'm going to be showing you something really quite special, because I have updated once again my multi-floor elevator. In the last one I made it so that it could handle more than 2 floors, and in this one I've made it so that you can call it from any floor to the floor you're at. So if I go up to the top floor where the elevator is not, the elevator is now right down there, and pull this lever, you can see that it is now coming straight towards me. It comes up at the speed it travels, obviously, because otherwise it would travel at that speed. But when it gets here, it will stop, like that, and now you can unflick the lever. And if you're wondering, if you're new to the video and haven't seen the previous one, I'll just show it to you going up and down. That was the down button. That's the up button. And it stops at the floor adjacent to it, in the direction that it's moving. So let's find out how to build it. So naturally, the place you want to start is by placing an obsidian block down there with slime blocks on top, then a sticky piston facing up, sticky piston facing down, with slime blocks on the top of that, then slime blocks on the top of that, and slime blocks on the side of that. Then you want some floor blocks right there, and this is the floor of the elevator where you'll be standing. And the next thing you want to do is place in your observers. A good thing to do if your slime block creation is bouncing up and down because the observers are updating and it's all very difficult, then you want to place an immovable block on the top and an immovable block on the bottom, and that will keep it stationary while you place the observers in. You want one there, facing out. You want one here, facing out. Just like that. No, not like that. Like that. Then you want to remove that, because that's no longer needed, and build a little platform around it. That's not necessary, but it's a good reminder that you need obsidian blocks or immovable objects on the outside like that. Then you want to place blocks over like this, and a button on this one. No button on this one because this is the down block. It would be the down button, but since this is the bottom floor, we don't need a down button. It's already as down as it'll get. Then you go over here. Then you want to place a block down like here, down like here, down like that, and a block down like this. Then one more, and a block over, block down, and then a normal piston facing into the observer like that. That will update the observer, and once that happens, it'll send a pulse to the piston, which will start the contraption. That's actually the first floor done, except that since this is the front of the elevator, this is where you enter, then you want a block over here with a lever on it, and we'll get back to that a little later. Now, you want to find your next floor, so you can go and place an immovable object right above where you want it, like that, whoops, like that, and it will stop the contraption when it reaches there, and then you'll build your floor around it, just like this, and there, with your quartz, or, well, not quartz, probably anyway, with your blocks over there, and your block over here, and you want a button here and here this time, because now it is multiple floors. Actually, I've just seen down there that I got that wrong. It's over here and over here. Sorry about that. Button, button. Then you want to go down over here and 1, 2, 3 or something, and place a block here. Then you want to place a sticky piston facing into it like this, with a block over it and like that. And then you want to grab a redstone torch and place that there. Then a block over here and a block over there, and just link up the button to the torch like that. Then you want to go over here and place a block down, block over, up, across, and across more like that. Then you want to go down and connect it like you did the other one. Now you can go back to here and take a block down like that, and a redstone dust, block down, block down, block down, across, and down, and then redstone across all of those, just like that. Then you want to go here and 1, 2, 3 block, and a block here with a repeater on it set to 2 ticks. Then connect that, and if you go over here with a normal piston, you want it to go there, and it should be below the observer when the contraption is all compact. So you may notice there are more observers than we started with. That's because these are ghost blocks. They aren't really here. When you right click them, they disappear, and when they're pushed by a piston, it doesn't contribute to the piston push count. So you can push 13 blocks if one of them is an observer. Sorry, not an observer, a ghost block, but that ghost block will disappear. In other words, they're not important to the contraption, and if they're created as it's moving, it's perfectly normal. Then you want to place a block up there, and a piston right here. And if you go over to your other button, you go down, like that, then down, and over, with a repeater. That one you don't have to set to 2 ticks like you did the other. Then you want redstone on top of that, and block down, like that, and over, down, and up. Then you want redstone here, here, and here. Next, you want to place a piston right there. I think that's this floor done. If we press this button, it'll go up, and if we press this button, it'll go back down, just like that. Once again, you want to place a lever right here on that block. Now, you find your next floor. It sometimes happens. Find your next floor. And there. Build your floor around it, just like this. And then your button over here. Whoops. Button over here. Button over here. Slime. Buttons, I said. And actually, since this is the top floor, you won't need that button right there. So now you go across, and same as last time with the torch and block, you want your sticky piston, not your normal piston, just like this, and your block, delete a couple, and torch. Then you want to go over and connect it with redstone. Next you go down like this, redstone on that, then a block down, and a block over, down, over, and you want another piston, not a sticky piston, sorry, another piston just here. You want to put a redstone there and a repeater there, facing into the block. Next, of course, the ever enigmatic lever right here, and that's the up and down contraption bit done. The next bit we're going to be working on is calling the elevator to your current floor, and that is done a little bit more trickily, if that's a word. And I guess we'll start on the top floor since that's where I am now. You want to place a block up there, then obsidian and a repeater with a redstone block down there. And you'll do that on each floor directly underneath the previous one. So on this one we want to go and place the block like that, and the obsidian, repeater, redstone block. Except down here, which we don't need it since it's the bottom floor. Instead we just want to place a block out and go directly in line with the redstone, and down once again directly in line, then a block, then a block up. Hold on, I'm trying to keep it in line with the redstone, which is slightly difficult. Then a sticky piston with slime blocks. Remember to keep it under the piston push limit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then a redstone block, and a slime block, and a redstone block, except, yeah, just like that. And then you want to place slime block, and then replace your redstone block. So connecting it is basically just run a piston, slime block, redstone block, piston, slime blocks, redstone block chain up, and basically you just want to make sure that this redstone block right here is going to be pushed up into the repeater when whenever any of the pistons underneath is powered. So if I power this right now, you can see that it pushes the redstone block into the piston, which pushes this redstone block into the repeater, which triggers the contraption. And that's what you want to make sure it does. So once you've done that, you next go to right above the repeater like that, and then over a block, and slime block all the way up. I think this is under, although can't be sure. So just like that, and as you can see, that triggered it going down. So that's what you want to do on the left side. Just make sure that it's all connected with the slime blocks and pistons, and the next thing is to connect the other levers. So what you do here is you go over and place a block, then up over there and block up, then you go over and redstone on all of these, then you go down, and this is making this the calling it up function, and actually that's a little bit trickier. So what you want to do now is go over here and place a block down here with some redstone on it, block over here just like this with repeater set to 2 ticks. Then you want to go out over some blocks and redstone on top. Then you want to aim down here for what I'm just about to build right now. You go over to this block here, which is 1 block down from the bit under the button, and you want to go up, then redstone, and down with some redstone, and this will prevent some bud powering issues that would happen. And then once you've done that, you want to go with some blocks over here and keep in line with that right there. Then redstone on all of those, and your sticky piston with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down to a redstone block which goes right there. So the sticky pistons with slime blocks aren't set in stone, so they're a little bit tricky to tell you how to use, but basically you just want to get this so that it's above that block down there, and the redstone block is here before it gets pushed. Once you've done that, you want to go down underneath and place, once again, a non-set in stone amount of slime blocks and piston and redstone blocks. Then down here, 1, 2, 3 out, and redstone on top. And then you want your block with redstone, put that back, and slime blocks like that. Hopefully that's under the push limit. And that's actually the entire calling up function done. Something I accidentally skipped in the last clip was finishing off this bit of redstone. So if you go over and reach the piston like that, then go down and across with a normal block right there to stop this redstone communicating, then that should work and it'll trigger this piston, but not that one, so it won't trigger this station. In fact, that's actually the entire mechanism done. So if we push the button, we go up, and when I get to the top, I'll push the other button, proving that we can also go down, like that. And when we get to the bottom, or when that gets to the bottom, I shall call it up from the top floor, like this, and it's now moving. It passes the second station, and keeps on coming up, until finally it stops at the top. And it also works from the bottom floor, and any other floors in between. This wraps up the episode. Hopefully this was useful. This has been Serpent. Goodbye.